go live. Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
Very good to see so many of you here this evening. I'll sound it really northern then.
How is everyone this fine evening? Do we normally have that off? How is everyone this fine evening?
Why? Stop.
There we go. The laptop was spewing out noise. It was getting all very confusing. How are we all this fine evening? How are we all doing? Who's with us? Who's with us?
Loads of folks.
Let's say a quick shout out and hello to Ash, Denise, JJ, Angie, Muddy Paws, Ben, Julie, Sarah, Helen, Lindsay, Jill, Leslie, Hellsbell. Oh, I hope I'm not missing anyone. Imran, hey you guys. Jamie, Cher, Willow, John Ross, hoy. Leza Wills, happy Easter from the US. Janet, Alexandra, Linda, Bobby, of course. Kelly. Well, welcome one and all.
Very good evening and a very happy Easter if you celebrate Easter as a religious festival. It's very interesting to look into the history of it. Look into the history. It started off as a pagan festival.
I assumed so.
Yeah, and it was adopted by Christianity. Easter.
Multi-palsy.
Very interesting.
Aren't you two looking lovely tonight?
Look up Ishtar. Ishtar.
Ishtar.
Very interesting. I love all that kind of how things evolve over the ages and get ascribed to different origins, or different fields, or different creeds even sometimes.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. So we don't have an egg. We don't.
But we've made up for it in other ways.
Have an Easter egg.
To be fair, haven't we?
Well, yes. In savoury ways. I mean, we did actually smash that entire cheeseburger plat in one day. So we had the bit that we taste tested. And if you've only seen the recipe video, by the way, for the cheeseburger plat, and you haven't seen the follow-up video, which was filmed after we made it, where we tasted it along with other things to sample applewood smoked slices, you should watch them both. Very interesting.
Ash, just to add to that,
smashed the entire cheeseburger plat in one day.
Oh, it was because it was amazing. And to be fair, it wasn't as big as the usual plats.
And we had it with salad.
It wasn't as long.
For our evening meal.
Yeah. Ash said, loved that filthy applewood cheese video. Yes.
I wonder if it might be better with just that light on.
Oh, try it.
Let's try that.
Oh, what's going to happen now? We'll find out any second.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that's quite atmospheric, isn't it?
I prefer that.
Hope that's okay for everybody.
Is that all right for everybody? That's not too horrible, is it? It's a bit better for us because we've got two lights in the kitchen, you see. And this one was right above us, and I thought it made us look a bit pale and washed out.
It's like a little grotto. Like a fancy little grotto. Yes.
So have you all had...
Hi, Bella. Sorry.
I suppose it's been quite difficult Easter for most people who would normally spend it with family and go for, Easter dinner, see the kids, whatever. And I'm hoping that most of you will have compromised that, as we've all been required to. And I know it was a very difficult Easter Sunday for my mum, for example, because she would normally see all of the grandkids and the great-grandkids, and, and she's had to kind of do the whole order her eggs in, have their families pick them up outside her door,
Everyone's doing what they can. Everyone's doing the bit. And
she's done video chat, though.
Yeah.
Which
is fantastic.
It is.
And I suppose, one of the things that we wanted to touch on tonight, without spending too much time on it, is just, let's hope that everybody's able to look out for each other, look out for yourselves.
Be excellent to yourselves and each other. Except I'm not saying goodbye. Not yet.
No. Some people are finding it better than others.
Well, pretty sure that everyone's having up and down days. There are days when it's okay because you have enough distraction, enough stuff to watch on the telly or other stuff that you need to be getting on with,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But we all have those days where it's a heavy day, and you feel what's very real and prevalent heavily.
Yeah.
And I think it's testament to anybody that can get through a day like that and then acknowledge that they had one, and quantify how they dealt with it, so that they can recall that for next time. I do that.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
No, I think it's really important to be able to do that, to be able to kind of find those things.
Absolutely.
Focus on those things. A.M. Claire said, my sister dropped around some shopping from Asda. We now have Applewood cheese.
Oh, fabulous.
So that's good.
You can do so many things with it. It's a really good, really versatile cheese. I'm not just saying it because they sent us 12 free packets. Because if you've seen the video, I am very disappointed in the packaging. Not being fully resealable.
Yes, that is it's a minor frustration, but it is a frustration, isn't it?
It's pretty major for me. Only because I'm used to Quorn packets and their fabulousness at resealability.
Yes, I suspect they'll probably sort it out pretty quickly.
I would hope so. Applewood.
Applewood.
If you've got your PR people watching.
Applewood. The vegan Potterhead said, my heart goes out to everyone who's struggling a lot at the moment. Yes, it's going to be up and down. We've got to look for the positives. And sometimes we've got to create the positives as well, haven't we? Yeah. I know that we have been keeping ourselves busy with doing vlog stuff and creating stuff, but also we've been balancing it with equal distraction, I think, with our latest Humble Bundle pack. Yes. That we're still getting our money's worth out of.
Can I just pull you up on something you said there? And I know because he works in mental health that you can't always find the positives.
No, but you can try.
Yeah, but because I think that feels a bit pressureful when you have one of those really, really dark days. Yeah. Where there is no positive, and someone says, "Well, but you can still try." Yeah. It's like it's taking everything I have to get through this day. That's why I said before, it's really important to acknowledge the strength it took for you to get through it and quantify what it took for you to get through it, so that they're tools in your tool belt for next time. True. But the positive thing can be a bit pressureful sometimes, like I'm supposed to be able to do this and I can't. Yeah, I think you've just got to be careful. I've got you in my life. I've got you here every day. Yeah. And even I have those days. Yeah. Because it is tough. It's it's just, but it's being able to put it in a box. It's like we've said before in recent vlogs, Stuart and I, just this month, have lost £700 in Vegan Queens bookings. Our merch cannot provide merch at the moment because their supply line is affected by this. There's been a lot affected, but now if I'd only ever thought about that and all the negative elements, I could allow it to crush me. And some days it pushes me far enough that I'm immobile for a while, but it never crushes me. Yeah. And then it's just a case of trying to, right, if this is this bad now, there must be good coming at some point. And maybe we can salvage what we built and then has been kind of taken away. So I have them too. I just wanted to acknowledge that on some of those days, in some of those moments, if somebody said to me, try to be positive, I think, hush now. Hush now. Yeah.
I think it's just how long you allow that to go on for.
Absolutely,
as well.
Of course.
Because if you're 2 or 3 days into a really, really horrible slump,
into a stank,
then you have to really try to do some proper self-care and try and look for the positives.
What do you find helpful at times like that? Because I've got quite a few things that can really, pull me out of a funk and make me think, that was a heavy one. Music's a big one with me.
Music's massively powerful, isn't it? Yeah.
There are a few tunes that I just love. Atomic Tom, Somebody to Love. Amazing song.
Yeah. For me, I think it's gonna be it's generally escapism. So it's a lot of the time I'll veer towards playing a computer game or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it just gets me out of that space and into something else. So yeah, that's my main one, I think.
Guess what we watched this afternoon? So, you tell.
Frozen 2.
Don't say it like that. Did you hate it? In any
No,
way,
I
shape,
loved
or
it.
form?
Why was that a negative way to say it?
Yeah, 'cause
Frozen 2.
It's a bit blocky.
Yeah, Frozen 2.
I demanded that we watch it because I watched one and was a fan of it, and a lot of people have been saying it was better, and most of them were right. Oh, it's good.
Cracking film, cracking soundtrack.
Warmed my frozen cockles. It did. Warmed my bitter dark heart with lovely songs.
Yeah, it was kind of needed, isn't it?
And it's very rare for me to love a boy song so much in a film like that.
Yes.
But there's a boy song and I loved it. It reminded me, does anybody know the 70s band Air Supply?
There you go, yes. Janet says, I listen to 80s music and spend time with my son playing board games. Nice.
I love 80s music. Tell me some of your favourite 80s tunes. Let's see if we've got some in common.
Angie says, my daughter loves Frozen. Oh, Stuart's in the mix somewhere.
Oh, the library is open, so I hope you brought your library guide. Sorry. News announcement, actually, when it comes to the library is open, who you should definitely subscribe to. Stuart's had a word with my asthma. I've had a word with Gemini. And this Friday evening, there will be a Skype chat betwixt them, uploaded to the interweb of webs. Now, I'm not telling you what time, because I don't know. It's going to be a very busy day for me, personally.
It won't be for me. I'll have a nice, relaxing evening. Are you going to do it during the day?
What are you talking about? Why are you asking me anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah, you'll have to message her, find out. Imran says, I'm finding that I'm listening to stuff I never listened to when I was younger during this lockdown, I'm assuming. So that's cool. And Willow Grove says, Gemini and my asthma, yay! Leanne, 80s faves, anything by the Bangles. Denise, I do like some 80s music, but not British. Sorry, I love U2 and Springsteen. Oh, of course.
Oh, I have to tell you, U2. What's that song that kills me?
There's a few off the Joshua Tree album, I think.
The one that starts with a fantastic guitar, and I always do the whole memory so thick you got to brush my wife.
Is it With or Without You?
Yes. Oh my God, that song makes me melt. And it reminds me of a time when I was a sex worker. Get that?
Imagine that. U2. Mixing U2 with sex work. Who knew it?
No, I think it's because the sex work was always like Madonna or stuff like that.
Right.
This was at the time of the sex work. U2 was after.
Okay. Yeah.
Or before.
Jamie says Bon Jovi. Yes. Yeah.
How does that man still look so good? Does he sleep in a pickle jar?
Kelly says,
I want to know.
I've had Heart 90s on the radio. Some cheesy pop has been getting me through. Nice.
Love cheesy pop. I noticed, who said that? Kelly?
Kelly, yeah.
I noticed Kelly mentioned the other day she had a song in her head when she was in the queue, and it come a right long way. We've come a long way, but we're not too sure where we've been. Da-da-da-da-da. We've had success, we've had good times, but remember this. Been on this path of life for so long, and I've walked 1,000 miles. We better stop there in case.
If you're just joining us, this is not the Take That reunion.
I love that song though. As soon as you said it, Kelly, put it in my head.
I'll just give a quick shout out and say there are 76 watching and only 36 likes. If you're enjoying the content, please do consider just pausing for a second, giving us a like. It really helps us out on YouTube and it helps us reach other people.
Helps us to get seen right now. All you got to do is close the chat, like the video, reopen the chat, and everything that was there before is still there.
All of that.
You don't lose nothing at all.
Just picking up on Jill's comment, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Pet Shop Boys, and Erasure.
Oh,
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love Erasure.
Gotta say, I think I've said it before as well, bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, Def Leppard.
Really?
Yeah,
Name,
Def Leppard.
name me a song.
I'm trying to think of the songs, but I've got one of their earlier albums, Hysteria, on tape somewhere, upstairs somewhere in the mix. But yeah, don't listen to enough Def Leppard. Just classic sort of silly 80s rock. Love it. Sharon, Tears for Fears. Lots of people still answering your question from before. I'm going to scroll down a little
what I'm looking for.
bit. Yeah, Muddy Paws. 80s is the best. Hope you're okay, Bobby. I think Bobby is having some issues with her Wi-Fi.
Oh no. Oh no.
No. So, what we should also do is take a couple of minutes this evening. Some of you might have seen, we're talking about reassuring people.
About what?
About our videos and our vlogging.
Oh yes. For anyone, because we noticed quite a few comments on all platforms regarding our latest recipe video, in which only my hands appeared.
Lovely hands though.
Saying some of you were quite bothered by it because we weren't in it necessarily. So let's explain that is not like a new way of videos for us. However, when we can do a short recipe video and get it under 5 minutes, we think that format works really well and will probably reach more people. Because although love you all for liking us, some people can't stand us. You know, we're like Marmite.
And more importantly, some people don't even know we exist.
Exactly. So if they come across a video where they're into the recipe and me at the start going, "Hiya, beautiful people, camp." And Jason throwing me looks like that, they might just be like, who are these
people?
What do they want? And then we've missed somebody making a new vegan recipe that gets them having a new vegan item and gets them on the journey to veganism.
Yeah. So it's not a new format, but we will put them out now and again, like Paul said, when it's kind of fitting and appropriate. And also, just now and again, it's something a little bit different for us in terms of breaking away from the norm that we do. In terms of filming and editing, something a little bit fun and a little bit different. So yeah, that was just a little bit of reassurance to let you know that things aren't changing. Everything's exactly the same. Yeah.
We've never done one quite that extreme before. That was my idea, by the way. I was like, so Jay was like, all right, so yeah, we do all the recipe bit, but we still do our intro at the start. And I was like, nope, nothing at all. Just the cartoon intro. Then straight into the recipe. Only text on screen, music. It was like, oh, this sounds like an editing challenge.
It's great.
We had fun.
So yeah, just like you said, hopefully, most people enjoyed it. Yes, Imran. Yes,
What?
Please give us some likes. We're desperate for the likes. It lifts our spirits, warms our cold hearts in this lockdown that we're all having to go through.
Oh, and thank you for the dislike as well.
Yeah.
Love the dislike.
Love it. It all helps.
It's very strange that they dislike, but continue to want.
It all helps.
Or maybe they just bob on by like, I hate those gays.
I hate them. I hate them, man.
I'll dislike, or I'll go and sit in a bitter lounge and eat bitter lemon sweets. The Cosmos loves you.
Evie says, "Great work, guys. Good to mix up and try new ideas." Yeah, like we said, they'll just drop randomly.
Yeah, it'll be the odd one, and it'll only be ones where we know we can do. Because I mean, that wasn't fitting really. I've done that many pastry plats of late that it's, and they've all been long and longer than they needed to be.
Yeah.
And I do think that they miss a mark sometimes where people think, oh no, it's 20 minutes, that is, you know, so if you get something under 5 minutes, it's more, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We could be proven wrong.
We'll see. There's all kinds of
And
complicated
then we'll
stuff.
never do it again, ever.
We will. There's all kinds of complicated stuff that goes on in the background with YouTube in terms of how, without getting into the down the rabbit hole, in a nutshell, part of it all is the percentage of time that people watch your videos for. So if you put out shorter videos now and again, that percentage should go up by rights. Anyway.
Sharon says, have you ever made a sweet pastry plat? Yes, 2. One was white chocolate and raspberry, because we used to get white chocolate in our monthly treat box, which we don't have anymore, and neither of us were keen on it. Still not, to be honest. So I made vegan. It was still vegan. It's from vegantown.co.uk. So I made a white chocolate and raspberry pastry plat. It was all right.
I enjoyed it.
And I think I've just done a frozen mixed fruit one at some point as well. So
yeah, good stuff. But we generally both tend to lean more towards the savoury than the sweet these days, don't we? Did anyone else find that? Like when they'd sort of gone vegan, like I had a really sweet tooth before going vegan, and since going vegan, I haven't. I like sweets now and again, I like chocolate now and again, but nothing like I used to.
No.
I nearly always, even for snacking stuff of an evening, I'll nearly always lean more towards savoury.
I wonder if that is, because when you consider that sweets, which include chocolate, either have, by and large, dairy or masses of sugar in them, does that speak to the addictiveness of both dairy and sugar?
Yeah, maybe.
And how we, although I wouldn't call dairy an addiction, people crave it, but you don't have withdrawals without it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, Imran says he's still got the sweet tooth. Jace, don't think that I'll ever go. And just picking up on, because this is coming soon, so it's relevant. Mocha said, I'm jealous you got your hair cut. My hair is going below my butt and I so want to cut it off. There is going to be a vlog coming soon where the roles are going to be reversed, because it's getting to the point in the next week at least I'm going to need a haircut, and I'm going to need
I shall be shaving Jason's head. We'll do another chatty vlog.
Yes, definitely. And I think Leanne just said something disgustingly filthy, but I can't find it now, about a plat that she'd made, but I can't find it, what she put in it. Leanne, I'm sorry, I've lost it in this long line of text, which is amazing and wonderful to see. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and start again anyway. There we go. Kat says, I can actually chew my fringe. Ah, thank you, Leanne. Bourneville and peanut butter.
Ah, yes.
That is filthy.
That's fabulous.
Unbelievable. Yes. So, yes, lots of comments about what people are eating, lots of comments about people's hair. What are people doing who like regularly have their hair dyed or bleached? I mean, you're kind of in a similar position. You don't have yours kind of bleached on a like weekly basis, do you? Or even fortnightly.
A couple of months or something.
Yes. Helen says I look like a Highland cow.
We're all going to have to just learn to do our own haircuts, aren't we? For the time being. It's easy for blokes to say though, isn't it, when you're just shaving parts of your head.
Yeah.
Really. It's but you know, if you're used to having your hair professionally styled. You know.
Yes. Yo, Hugh, the beer kid. Yo. Sharon Benson, hello.
Hello, people. Well, hello, all you people.
Kelly said I had to do a box dye at home, but luckily it turned out okay. Need to trim though. Yes. Well, we're all learning in wonderful and weird and wacky ways, aren't we? How to manage through all of this that's going on at the moment. Nice to see good old Boris is fighting fit again, though. That's nice. No, to be fair though, no joke intended. I wouldn't wish ill will on anybody, and I'm glad to see that he's fighting fit, thanks to the NHS, that he, without even mincing his words, stated quite clearly had saved his life.
Well, we said after we watched the little kind of news snippet this evening, we hope that now he has a much a stronger. Sometimes, you know, it's people need to go through things to realize the value of something, and I think he, hopefully, if he undervalued it in any way before, he now fully values the NHS.
Yeah. Can only hope, can't we?
Yeah.
Can only hope, to be fair. Yes, Avenged Moose says it was nice to see him praising the NHS. Lovely that he named the doctors and nurses who helped save his life. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
It'd be interesting to see whether this experience does have any impact on policy. Because you can't help but bring your life experience into your work.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it can only benefit it.
Well, you'd hope, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
definitely.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, it's interesting. I'm quite interested to see.
Going back to what we were talking about before, just briefly, AM Claire said, I did a roast veg and sausage one. Very nice. Yes, I eat more savoury now. So there you go. Yes.
Roast veg and sausage.
There's a question there. Whereabouts are you, Bella? Bella said, what supermarket has the best vegan section? We've done quite a few.
Yeah, the best thing for you to do would be this is exactly why we do the supermarket vlogs, is so that you can have a look at them and decide for yourself which would be best for you. But for us, personally, Sainsbury's.
Yeah, in our neck of the woods, without a doubt. Yeah, definitely. I think Imran's saying, is it me or did his speech seem calculated? Aren't they all calculated, Imran? Yes, indeed. I hope Boris Johnson never forgets how important the NHS is.
So this evening, when we finished on live chat with you, lovely lot, by the way, we're watching It Chapter 2. I'm a little scared.
For those that have seen it, is it good?
I'm not, actually, because the clowns don't scare me.
No, yeah, I find them a little bit scary.
I don't.
To be honest.
I don't. Not even scary clowns. Yeah.
I like how Hedge doesn't mince her words. I won't repeat it. Yes, Hedge. Yes, it's a very fair point that you make about good old Boris. Indeed. Oh, Denise.
Oh, and isn't it, for anyone who, I know many of you don't, but for those of you that do follow American politics, we were very sad to see that Bernie Sanders pulled out.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Because if you're a TYT viewer at all, or even some of the bigger, they all seem to be really kind of supportive, and some of his vocabulary for Biden talking about for a presidential candidate. Not great. So I'm a bit scared for America, because it seems like they're in the same position that we were in with Corbyn. People had been so brainwashed that he was a horrible man, or he was a socialist and it would ruin this country. That's what they've done exactly that with Bernie. And it's very likely that against Biden, Trump will get back in.
Scary times, really, indeed.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So any road. There's that. Oh, last night we had that. Do you remember? I showed a picture recently. We bought 2 more puddings. We did salted caramel one and another lemon. The salted caramel one, I wouldn't rush to buy it again.
No.
Not enough salt.
Much prefer the lemon.
Just don't call it salted caramel if you're not going to put salt in it. Does me head in. The lemon one we enjoyed last night though, because it was the last date. It's delicious. Delicious. Or was it night before?
The night before, I think. Yeah. Yes. Avenged Moose says Bernie could have helped turn America around without a doubt.
Exactly the same as Corbyn over here.
Yeah.
If people hadn't been so, if the anti-Semitic thing hadn't been blown out of all proportion. Which is a very interesting video about that today from a Jewish guy actually on Double Down News, which is another channel I've started watching a few videos on. I like their kind of, I mean, they are opinion segments when all said and done, but it's somebody giving their opinion on how things happened and why they happened. Very interesting. It was a shame for Corbyn and a shame for Bernie and a shame for England and America.
Big time. Yeah, what more can you say, really? It just is. And this is the whole thing, I think, like going back to what we were saying before, it's important to be in touch with what's going on, but it's also important to remember to pull back when you need to.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but it's important to know because it helps to buffer the disappointment, because when we lost our chance of getting Corbyn in at the last general election, and we'd already been through 3 years of Brexit, which has been like a mental health crisis in this country, the way it's affected people seriously. And then the same with the Gen L. And we were dealing with that when this all came along. And it is this kind of, that's what worries me about the States, is that they've gone through all this in November, perhaps, when the world's just perhaps getting back to normal. Trump gets handed 4 more years, or,
Yeah.
Biden gets in.
Well, you know what? They might not even be able to go and vote in November yet, so who knows?
It is important to keep yourself aware of the world because, like I said, it helps you to. I mean, I look at the last year and a half and I'm like, how have any of us got through this? Actually, the last 3 years. And then you add all the personal stuff on top of that as well that you've gone through, and you're like, and I'm still here, girl, clicking my fingers and saying stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Very true.
I've got shinier armour than I realised.
Oh, Helen, bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Helen. Helen's quite the artist, She has a little girl character. Is she a little girl, Helen? With the glasses. Lovely little character. And she posts her sketches.
Oh, thank you, John.
Thank you, John, love.
Bless you. Cheers for the super chat.
She posts her sketches in the that vegan group, Vegan Foods and Friendships. You should come and have a look, because she's a lovely little character. You know them?
Yeah, I think so.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. There's a few, isn't there?
Yeah.
Shared quite recently. Yes. I like them. They remind me of, and please don't take this the wrong way, really cute artistry in like children's books and things like that.
Yeah, there was a cartoon girl, Dharma.
Oh,
she reminds me of her a little bit.
Tom, that's so nice. You guys are legends, being vegan all of 2020. You've been a real inspiration. I can't believe there's no news coverage about the causes, and if people didn't eat meat, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah.
Actually, there is some news coverage. I shared it on my Facebook page earlier today. An article from The Guardian exactly about this, saying that we need to acknowledge that this virus, like so many before it, has come about through our use and abuse of animals, and it needs to stop. And we need to learn. For goodness sake, we can feed the earth with what we feed to animals if we just stop force breeding them and killing them against their will, because it's our right. I want it.
Mm.
I want a nicer world, Jeff. Get over yourself.
Yeah. Most of us want a nicer world, you know, for a it's just one of those things. I think there's two sides of the fence, isn't there? There's definitely a conversation to be had. Oh, bless you, Tom. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That's a fine beard. I'm assuming that's you in your profile picture, Tom. I get beard envy very easily, especially these days. But yeah, I think there's people that I think we're sitting on two sides of the fence at the moment, aren't we? The side of the fence that is we can come out of this and we can really make waves, positive waves, and there's the other side of the fence, isn't there, that is very much we're going to go back because we're human beings. We're going to go back to the way that we've always done things.
This is what scares me. This is why I think Brexit was voted for and the Conservatives were voted in, even in Labour strongholds this last time, is because people are afraid. The word radical has been made a terrifying thing to them, to people.
Yeah.
Even though radical change is what's needed in the world now, but the world over, radical change is needed. We need to stop using and abusing animals the way we are. We need to plough our cash, our energy cash into
renewable
clean energy sources. We need to stop ploughing billions into armies and weapons that can never be used. We need to wake fuck up. We need to wake up. And the more that we all talk about it without being afraid of the conversation and, oh, that's heavy, that's dark, I don't want to talk about that. We have to talk about it because I want to plant trees that I will never sit under. And I want someone to know in the future that I did that for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I still like to hope and believe in people-powered change. I really do.
Oh, it starts with us.
It's got to. Just picking up on what Nancy says, because I think it's quite appropriate as well. Happy Easter from the US. I keep hoping that despite the tragedies of the first few months, that many injustices may be set right and that we continue to grow in finding better ways.
Hope so.
Yeah, that's a really nice way of putting it, Nancy, and I couldn't agree more. Do
excuse my passion, by the way. I don't mean to bring anybody down, far from it. These aren't things that make me feel down. They make me feel empowered.
Yeah.
Like I need to do something about this. I want to do something about this. I actually have the strength to do it. I have no right to wish that the generation before would have laid better plans for me if I'm not prepared to lay better plans for those that come next.
That's it. Nico Hobson, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciated. And dancing pair as well. It's very nice.
Thank you, my darling.
I think Imran said something pretty cool before, yeah. Joseph Goebbels said that the shorter the message and the more it was repeated like a mantra at every opportunity, the quicker it would sink in with the voting public. Yeah.
Get Brexit done.
Yeah.
Get Brexit. I've said so. How many vlogs did I say that in? I was so annoyed. I wasn't annoyed that Boris used it. I was angry that people fell for it.
Yeah, big time, because we are, you know, we're all pretty switched on these days. But what I think,
no, we're not.
No, well, I think I was going to say, if you let me finish.
Sorry.
Can I finish? Can I please finish? I think the most upsetting thing is when you see intelligent people that you know quite well. I think it's quite upsetting when you see them being freaked out by the possibility of socialism and freaking out about it and it being missold to people. And that's pretty much what we've got now. Yeah. We've got socialism saving the world right now.
I said to Jason as well the other day, because of course we came up with this rescue package, this country. Is it 35 billion? 3.5. I can't remember the amount. In America it was 2.5 trillion. And then the EU suddenly came up with a huge amount of rescue money for nations affected by coronavirus. And I was like, just a hot goddamn minute here. You mean you had that money sitting around?
We talked about this the other day.
England, America, EU. You mean you have this money sitting around?
Just
And what were you planning to do with it exactly?
It's buried under Windsor Castle.
This is what we need to. This is yet one more thing. We've learned it. We've learned it now. We need to not forget it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to not forget it. All the bullshit about, oh, there's no magic money tree. The bloody is when one's needed.
Bloody is a magic money tree. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's about keep asking the questions and holding people to account.
That's it, holding people to account.
We don't hold them up.
Accountable.
We don't hold the decision makers to account. We don't hold the politicians that fall asleep in the Houses of Parliament to account. If there's enough of us that stand up and say that's unacceptable, I have to believe that we can change. People powered change. Yeah. Leanne's picked up on it. # Terence and Philip. Thank you, Leanne. Emma, just double check this is okay. My daughter is 5 years old and she wants to eat like me, vegan, plant-based, but my partner says she has to eat meat animals. What do I do? Ooh.
You show your BDA vegan diets. You will find a page from the British Dietetic Association which states categorically that a well-balanced vegan diet is healthy for people of all ages. So if it's healthy for her and she wants it, how dare he say no?
Mm-hmm.
How dare he say that she has to eat animals if she doesn't want to? What? Have you not jumped on that? I'd be disgusted with that. She has to eat meat when she said she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Well, let's hope the facts, because somebody says somebody has to do something, they're making decisions without all the facts. That's not really a very nice thing to do, is it? So I would say, picking up on what Paul said, show him the facts, show him the science.
And once he knows it, ask him to respect her decision.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Because it won't affect her health in any way. Well, it will. It'll make her healthier.
Yes.
Eventually.
Denise, picking up on something from before, sick of people insinuating that socialism equals communism. Absolutely, Denise. Yes. Yes, indeed.
I can't read any of this just because of light.
Switch the light back on if you want. Where was this money hiding before then? Leanne says. Absolutely. Where did it come from?
Well, that's just it, isn't it? As we've now all realised, all of our nations' leaders have suddenly found money to help us survive this horrific mess.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this as well. Me and Jason watched a very interesting documentary the other day. It was nothing to do with 5G, funnily enough, about where the coronavirus could possibly come from. And the hour-long documentary we watched.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube. If you search for it on YouTube, it's one of the only ones. Very interesting and stuffed with a lot of facts that you can actually Google and find out, oh, hang on, that place does exist. And she did work there. And they were working on that.
Mm.
It's a bit kind of freaky. I'm not saying anything like it was created purposefully, but I think it got out.
Oh, Kat.
It was created and then got out.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kat.
Good
night and love to you. You too, Kat.
Yes.
And your lovely family.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's got quite heavy tonight. It's got a bit heavy and a bit political. Why don't you play something, Jason?
Like some kind of monkey. Dance for me, monkey. Dance. Like that.
Was that how it made you feel?
No. I was being dramatic. I'm rarely dramatic. I'm allowed to be dramatic now and again.
Of course you are.
Definitely. I'll tell you what, I'll do us a little bit of a fancy up-tempo tune. Just a bit of music on the guitar.
Shall I move?
Just to lift the mood. You don't have to move. I'm not going to sing. I'm just going to play on the
guitar.
No,
but you...
Oh, well, I can
No.
a little bit. Yeah.
You be the star.
I shall just play a funky little blues number to brighten the spirits and to lift the mood a little bit.
Can we sing along to it? Is it something we can sing along to?
Well, it's just a blues riff.
I'm very good with the lyrics.
So if you can sing along to a blues riff, then go ahead. Leanne, get busking, Brommers. Okay. Maybe I'll splice two together.
that goddamn coronavirus. Keeping everybody locked indoors. I done clean the house from the top to the bottom. Done all my windows and doors. Now I wanna go out to the shops again. Buy myself some new clothes. Too many people out there. Everybody's standing on my goddamn toes. Thank you, Leon!
There we go. Lift the mood a little bit. Bit of musical interlude.
And I do apologise if my singing behind the camera put anybody off. I just came, the character overtook me, got into the blues tune,
There's nothing wrong with
and
that.
sang a song about the goddamn coronavirus.
We should write a comedy song about the coronavirus.
We should.
Definitely.
We should. For sure.
Thank you all. Where are the other three Jasons? That's a very good point. Cheers, John.
He is very good with his fingers.
Thank
Oh.
you.
We've frozen here. Oh,
It's a momentary buffer.
it was a buffer thing, apparently.
Yes, yes. Oh, Bobby, I was dancing in my kitchen. I was dancing in my kitchen pants. I missed the pants part, sorry. And John jumping straight in on that one. Tell me more about your kitchen pants.
Oh, crazy.
You filthy boy!
Stop being so dirty, John.
I'm just going to pour some more hot water in my tea bag.
Oh, all right.
Just to finish it off.
I don't blame you at all. I think I'd like a glass of wine, actually, now.
Yes?
Yeah. Yes, because we're going to be coming to a close reasonably soon, aren't we?
Yes. Well, maybe now is a good time to open it up, because we usually do it at the end of towards the end of our vlogs. Now we should open up to just a quick Q&A. Anyone got any questions?
Does anybody have any questions for us? Be it about veganism, our relationship, whatever. We're very honest and open guys, and we'll usually share with you.
And if we don't want to share, you'll soon know about it.
We'll soon tell you.
Yes.
Say I'm not sharing that. How dare you? How very dare you?
What are you doing?
I'm pulling this in a bit more intimate for our little question segment. I hope that's worked. Let's see.
Oh. Oh, it's
Yes.
very intimate, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's even more like a grotto now.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we're very close to you.
How are you all doing?
Do you like us being this close?
Is this nice?
Is this like ASMR?
Is this freaking you out?
What about if I come up really close to you and whisper to you? Are you okay? Are you feeling good inside? I hope so. I want you to know that I really care for you. Especially in my ASMR way. Alright.
We're done with that now.
Yeah.
Ash, thank you so much for the super chat. That's really appreciated. Isis is doing okay. Yes, she's still obsessed with plastic bags. I don't think that'll ever change, to be honest.
we had a little doggy incident today in the garden.
Oh
It
yeah.
was kind of hilarious. So Isis came
Bombing it in.
bombing it in. Her tail was all fluffed out, and then I was in the front room. I hear Jason say, "Get out! Get out!" So I was like, "What's up with you?" And he was like, "Oh, it's a little dog."
It was the tiniest dog though.
But I thought it was this little yippy dog down the street that came in the garden and chased her in last week. No, it was a chihuahua shaped like a balloon. Little fat, round, white chihuahua. So tiny. So
If we put our two heads together here like this, like that, that's about how big the chihuahua
it was smaller than that. It was really, really. I picked it up
Well,
in my hands to give it the lady back, which was I had to come in and scrub my hands, obviously. But it was in the garden, and it just rolled over on its side, and started wagging its tail and sticking its tongue out. And like, "Oh, hello, baby, hello, hello."
it's about, yeah, it was like literally half the size of Isis, and Isis is not a big cat. So Leanne said, "Glass of wine in Oldham on a Sunday."
I know, right? To Jeebus and Ishtar and everybody else that's associated with this date, which goes back a lot longer than you might think, honey. Look it up. Honest.
There you go.
Thousands of years it goes back with loads of different cultures. This date.
So yeah, some of the questions from the wrap-up Q&A. Helen says, "Can you please make a massive cheesecake?"
Oh, Helen, actually, do you know? Oh, is it Helen Hawley?
Yes.
Yes. Helen, does your character have a name? The girl you sketch. I'm very interested. Please let me know. Yeah, I've thought about doing one. I need to source a good plain cheese, soft cheese, and as far as I know, you do your pastry base like short crust base, or you do a biscuit base like digestives.
Yeah.
Sugar and butter.
Yeah.
So naturally butter,
which is the best.
You do your base, and then as far as I know, you just do a mix with medium tofu, sugar, obviously. Whatever you choose to put in it, whether you make it a chocolate one, you put cocoa in it, or you grind lemon into it, and lemon juice. So tofu, cream cheese, and your flavouring elements. Yeah, I will actually at some point, Helen. It's definitely because do you know I used to love a cheesecake. Absolutely love a cheesecake, and some of the vegan ones I've had have been incredible.
Yeah,
actually.
Some of the questions will take less time to answer. Some will take longer to answer. JJ Star, did you watch that Netflix film Dumpling? No, but I think we've got it in our watch list.
It is in our watch list.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's another episode of Tiger King been released today?
Yes, a bonus episode. Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, so
yeah. I know it's caused a lot of controversy, particularly within the vegan world.
Anything that highlights the issue of wild animal ownership, and brings it to the fore and gets us all talking about it. Whether people want to rave on this lunatic who's in jail because he did arrange to have somebody killed, when all said and done.
No, I think more...
Or you hate on her.
Yeah, I think it was more people struggling to actually watch some of the content, which we were a bit worried ourselves, and we kind of... was that our last live chat? We were chatting about it.
Yeah, we were a bit kind of... Anyway, we ended up watching it, and it was a good series in that it was a fantastic exploration of human psychology, like most things like that.
Compelling television.
Very compelling. It was... a bit of an expose, actually, about the American judicial system.
Very much so.
And very much how you can do the same thing as somebody else, but you add the word rescue and suddenly you're okay. And that there are more wild cats in private ownership in America than there are in the wild.
Messed up. Absolutely messed up.
And yet there's no rules against owning wild cats.
Yeah. So
it brought the issue to the fore, and I'm glad I know about that issue.
Yeah, big time, totally. I would recommend it to anybody, to be honest. I mean, without a doubt, it's compelling TV. It really is.
It's
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Vivian asked, where did you meet? We met at college many years ago.
We met at college. Jason was on a music course. I was on a performing arts course. We were in the same musical, The Tree That Holds Up the Sky. We became friends. And before we knew it, we were a couple. 23 years ago.
And there you go. Imran says, seen any decent horror films lately?
I'm hoping it is going to be a decent horror film. We've started watching a thing on Netflix called Ghost Wars.
I quite like it.
It's okay. So far, it's perhaps a 5.5.
I'd say I would
6.
give it a solid 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And Meatloaf a day. Meatloaf a day. Who knew it? That's his full name now.
He's very good in it.
He's very good.
And we all know he's got great acting chops, but particularly good in this.
Yeah, and we just prior to that
Unusual.
watched the Mist series, which we might have mentioned before, and if we have, I'm sorry, which was very good.
We were a bit upset about the Mist series though, because we started watching it and then we realised that the executive producer was, what's he called? That awful man that's been put in prison.
His name's just gone completely out of my head.
Well, that's a good thing. I don't really want his name in the head.
Well, there you go.
Big Hollywood producer.
Yeah.
He was the exec producer, which is obviously why I didn't get a second series. But the first one was all right, and an actress that we both love, which I couldn't remember her name. She played the mother in 6 Feet Under.
Ruth.
Yeah.
She played Ruth in 6 Feet Under. Denise, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Denise, darling.
And another cute dancing pair blowing us kisses. So, thank you. Any more questions? I'll have a little scroll down. Bobby, yes. Once all of this silliness is blown over, we will be getting back on it with the merch, and no doubt there will be new stuff coming as well. But it's all of this has got to settle down.
It's all pie in the sky at the moment.
It's knocked us for 6.
Our merch company as well have had to stop trading.
Yeah.
And they're a new vegan company who were just finding their feet.
Gutted for
the
them.
Vegan Queens were a new vegan double act who were just finding their feet. It's knocked a lot of us down, a hell of a lot, and I just hope that there's a path back.
Yeah. On a lighter note, Imran says, have you ever had cheesy peas like in the fast show? Squeezy, cheesy peas.
I've never had cheesy peas, but I would probably very much enjoy a cheesy pea pasta.
Oh, squeezy cheesy peas in a pasta. Ben says Violife do a cream cheese, as does Tesco dairy free.
Are they plain though? Because I've only had the garlic and herb versions, and what I want is one, I suppose, as much like Philadelphia, that style as possible, rather than a cheddar style spread, or one with garlic and herbs, and so just a plain, coconut based vegan cream cheese.
Thank you, Harvey. Yeah. Thank you, Angie. I'm not even going to say his full name, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ash, I'm wearing your Down to Earth t-shirt now. Oh, bless. That's nice. Mocha asks, do you write your own original songs? Yes, we both write songs, actually. And that's something we've both done for years and years.
In fact, you've never done a cover before, have you?
On here?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have.
Everything is sang during our live sessions, or if you look in our performance playlist, you'll find 3 different songs you've done recorded in the kitchen here.
Yeah, I think
they're
so.
all Jason's original songs.
Yeah.
That he's properly recorded in the kitchen, like live acoustic, just him, short videos. Look in the performance playlist.
Ben following up, yes, plain, just like Philadelphia.
Then I shall have a look. Thank you, Ben.
Oh, okay. Hells says, a recent horror I can recommend is Colour Out of Space, based on a Lovecraft story. Ooh, thank you for that recommendation, Hells.
Did Helen answer about her character? Whether she had a name? I asked her ages ago, but I can't see.
It's difficult.
I'm blind.
It's difficult to follow, but I love the chat. I love it.
I could see if I was wearing my glasses. They're only over there. I could probably get them. Will I?
Ah,
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm going to read that because it's lovely. Hi, gents. Not a question, but just want to say a big thank you. I'm 20 years old, recently vegan, and coming to terms with my sexuality as a gay man. You've really helped my mental health. Much love.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
I'm glad to be of help, definitely. You might have to give her another shout out because if it was quite far back, Helen. Here we go, Helen. Oh, she might have gone. Helen Hawley. Good night, all.
Yes.
Enjoy it. Sweet dreams.
Oh, good.
Bless you, Helen. If you've already gone, then you might see it another time, or you might catch us on Facebook.
Further up.
So let's see, Helen.
No.
No. I've got the child sat next to me here, munching on biscuits.
Yes. She decided to come down for a snack.
Scroll back down.
The tiny child.
How long have you both been vegan? Taylor said. What are we on now? 6?
No, we've just gone over 6. We're in our 7th year. Our 7th year has begun.
JJ says, I recommend The Visit on Netflix. Very creepy without blood and guts. Have we seen The Visit? I don't think we have we?
Is that a series, JJ, or a film?
John, you super chatted us before, mate. John says, boys, I've been trying to super chat you, but it's not working. I'm furious. Bobby, ISIS, with a little cat face. Oh, bless you, John.
Quick, let people see you. They just want to say a quick hello.
It's nice.
Look.
John, you're having a laugh, aren't you? I mean, we're good.
Thank
we're
you,
good,
my darling.
but I don't know if we're that good. You might not sleep if we do something like that. It says, will you lovely boys do a rendition of the Doctor Who theme tune for me?
Oh, dear me. I can't do that.
Should I try? It's going to be it'll be a bit wrong, John, but if you want it.
On what?
No, that's enough. That's quite enough. Thank you for the challenge, John, and the super chat. Bless you, mate. Bless you. John and his challenges. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, dear me. Yeah, that is the throat singing version, Vegan Viking. Oh, dear me. Hey, it made me sweat, that. It was quite intense. Oh, bless. So, yes. I think on that bombshell, it might be appropriate to consider wrapping things up for the evening, so you can all continue to have a joyous evening.
False ending though, just 5 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
Just 5 more minutes. I just want to kind of wind down gently and...
I didn't mean immediately, but
no,
yeah.
I know, but I want to firstly say thank you to all of you who subscribe to and watch our channel and interact with us, because it means the world to us. Great big thanks to everybody that's super chatted us, to everybody who's a patron for us. That means the world to us.
Yeah.
All of you who just allow us to share our lives with you and enjoy spending time with us. It's a big part of us too. So thank you very much for that.
Mm-hmm.
And as usual, we have still got lots more coming. I'm meant to be having a Skype chat with Michelle Law at some point, but we haven't got each other pinned down properly yet. But that's going to be happening. I've put a call out on Facebook and just said anyone who wants to chat about their vegan story, and a lovely lady has come forward, and she's going to be having a chat with me over the week. And of course, you've got the Vegan Queens on Friday, but there'll be more. You know what we're like.
There's always going to be more. Muddy Paws, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Muddy Paws.
Bless you. I just ditto everything that Paul's just said. Genuinely from the heart, it means the world to us. Everybody taking part in this community and helping it to grow. spreading the word, sharing our stuff. It does mean the world to us. JJ's just said, The Visit is a film about some kids visiting their grandparents for the first time. We have seen it.
Oh, God, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that one up.
Yeah. There's either 2 of them or 3 of them, isn't there? There's something going on with the barn. Yes, I do remember it. We have seen. I was like, we came across the series House on Haunted Hill on Netflix, and I was like, we've not watched all this. Who's watched this in our name? And then we started watching the trailer, and I was like, oh, I've seen it. Yeah. It's all come back to me now.
Our, in true classic Kerrity fashion, our good friend Kerrity has joined us just as we're wrapping up.
Oh, Kerrity.
Bless you. But thank you for joining us anyway. Hope you're doing good. I hope you've managed to wrangle the kids today. Because, as we know, they are a handful, without a doubt. Yes. Kerrity, by the way, for everybody that is in the chat, Kerrity is one of our very, very, very best friends in the whole wide world.
They all know about Kerrity already.
She's been in our vlogs.
Yeah, Kerrity is who we go and see in Yelvertoft.
Yelvertoft.
When we go and have a virus-free visit to Yelvertoft, we see Kerrity, Ian, and Johnny and Betsy.
Yeah. Yes. So yes, we are going to wrap up. We're going to go and watch it.
Yes,
the conclusion.
Really looking forward to watching it. I did put my Marilyn blouse on for you, but only for you guys. So hands washed, eyes out, top changed back into scruffy one with bits of curry on it from before.
I'm going to start now. I've got my vest on. I'm just going to start getting comfortable now. So the Curly Whisperer. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you so much, the Curly Whisperer.
That's not why I'm taking my top off, by the way. Just to make that clear. There we go.
I'll take mine off too then.
There we go.
Because I've got nice glittery boobies.
Right, on that absolute silliness, we are going to go before this gets ridiculous, even more ridiculous than it already is. Do you want to say your farewell and I'll go around there and switch off?
Happy birthday to you. I don't know why I took my top off. I just wanted to join Jason.
Ash says nice boobs.
I know I feel all exposed. That's what I do with Gemini. I pull them together like that and hold them there with my silicones, but they don't stay there, unfortunately. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We'll see you again soon. Until then, be excellent to yourselves and each other.